Get my rune roll.
Holy shit, these are dwarvish runes.
Ah! Holy shit. So I've got to try and make my dwarf.
Dwarvish rune, read dwarvish runes. Runes, R-U-N-E-S skill.
I could try to do that too, right? Where's that under? I think I just have to roll my learn.
Yep. Fucking Alex is like, okay, it's a marker stone and it's close to the road and it's like essentially saying go north to get to the deep down where the Minotaur market is.
Holy crap, there's a Minotaur market. We can go find Minotaurs.
It shows the 10 regular humans with you guys just drop, their jaws just drop. We don't really have that many people, you know, in case the ship gets attacked and stuff, they say. They're gathering, they're basically, who all has a ranged weapon?
I wave my hand. I do.
Okay, you can make a roll on it if you'd like to try to help hunt. They're basically hunting animals and shit.
I can trap.
Tracking? Sure, tracking will help. Go ahead and give me a tracking roll.
Trapping.
Oh, trapping. They're not going to be here long enough for that. They're basically wanting to shoot some shit and bring
I'll
it
do
back
some
to the
tracking
ship.
it.
I don't want to waste the bullets though, so no.
You're not even sure if your boom boom stick will work here.
No.
Well, it worked before.
Sometimes it does, but everybody's acting all surprised that. Wait, are you thinking of the correct zone, sir? This is willpower times 1 for anything tech.
No, it's a pistol.
Yeah, pistol counts as tech for some odd reason.
I do have tactics for hunting.
You have hunting tactics? Sure,
Yes.
You can give that a shot. You're like, I can't find any good tracks, and I have no idea where anything is, and I don't know how to hunt it, even if it's around. They go, we understand. We'll just
Yeah. I can teach you about spices.
We're just gonna kill some shit real quick to bring back to the boat. They're gonna make. Alex doesn't have any ranged weapons.
Very good idea. Let's all get a tracking. Let's all see if we can track something that go kill and eat.
Yeah, the road itself seems well maintained, especially because, Alex, with your crit, just to finish up your crit, if you were to go north, there's a bunch of hidden dudes who are short and squat, maybe half the size of people-ish, maybe almost as wide, hiding out, watching you guys, armed, heavily armed, armored, etc.
I have navigation lane.
Right. Eventually, it looks like pretty much a Tolkien-esque dwarf emerges, looking annoyed at the other guys, like fuckers. And he comes over he's got a large battle axe, which obviously is compensating for something. And he comes over, he approaches to within loud speaking distance. He goes, "Are you using the road going north?"
We are explorers. We are exploring.
That's it.
Good health.
We are the toll keepers of the road. If you wish to go north, we will collect tolls. If not, then do whatever. We don't care.
Would you accept spices?
You have spices?
What do you like?
We like spices.
What kind of spice would you like?
We don't know what kind of spice you have. Don't play your spice games with me, he says, shaking a battle axe at you.
Spices.
What spices do we have? What is provided? I don't remember we never really specified.
Yeah, I didn't think you were carrying around a backpack full of spices with you. Are you carrying like a small sample selection or something?
I had my what's my backpack I had.
Yeah, I thought you just set up markets and went. Yeah, he will come over and try out your spices and stuff. Although they taste tons better cooked into stuff and all that. But if only you had a cook, right? And some
tell
meat.
us more about what is north and the Minotaur market.
Yes, the Minotaur market. It's usually for deep down people and stuff. Buy, sell, trade. the usual. Anything you need, whether it's dwarves make or dark elf stuff or whatever. I mean, just all kinds of shit gets sold there.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you need something in particular?
Is there anything of interest as
Yes.
apart from the market north?
Oh, that's where the dwarves all live. You know, we run the roads and stuff like that. Not sure what you're looking for. There's a really weird statue that's in the deep down. If you ever get invited there, it's weird because it's the back of a dragon, and then it goes into, you can't even see the front because it's built into the walls and stuff. We don't even know if there is a front or if somebody just carved a dragon's ass. But you know, if you're really good at crawling through stuff, you might be able to squeeze into the butthole of the dragon and go in there.
Sorry, what is this? Where did you say this was again?
In the deep down.
Where's the deep down?
North of here.
Right.
You just follow the road and pay the toll. We like tolls. This is the Minotaur Mountains. There's a road going north. And deep down.
I'm Alex Kinley.
He rolls to see if he's heard of you.
From Kinleyville.
Good for you.
And I am Tom Tom, also known as Bargain Man.
And
Okay.
And
Maybe
Freddie is back at the.
No, Freddie's here. He's just like
That's
freaked out. He's just kind of sitting there looking around wildly.
We
never split the party.
We are from a neighboring kingdom, and we wish to present some small gifts to you as a token of our wanting to make a established union between our people and yours for trade and protection.
That sounds really great, but I'm just a toll collector in Section 8, Company 4. You'd have to talk to the king about that kind of shit.
How do we get to see the king?
Pay your toll, go north to the deep down.
Because I can guarantee you I would like to meet the king, because I will challenge any of his best drinkers to a drinking competition.
You're a human. You could never win against a dwarf. Don't be stupid.
Aha!
Oh,
You do not know of Alex Kinley.
clearly they haven't met you before, Alex. Clearly.
Clearly. Right, to the king.
Right. One of the hunter guys with you goes, should we just tell Mr. Pickles that you've gone north then as you're wandering off? Okay. We'll wait with the boat, I guess.
Be had.
I have navigation.
wait.
That'll help.
How far is it that you're going north exactly? He says.
Don't know, ask the dwarves.
He looks at the dwarfs. They're like, 78 line car. He's like, all right, see you later.
Oh, before they leave, I want to grab a. Do any of the people on the boat have a sword or a crossbow I can grab before we leave?
Yeah, absolutely. They're happy to give you one of each. Aha.
I'll just grab a sword. I don't want a crossbow.
Don't want a crossbow?
No.
They're super slow and awkward in this game. Are you sure?
Exactly.
All right.
Would I be able to navigate? I got navigate land too, if that would be able to help us figure shit out.
Not really. You're heading north on a road which is straight as a ruler, so there's really not a lot of figuring out stuff going on here.
Cool.
No problem. You guys, right? The dwarves asked for their toll.
I gave him a sample of some spice.
Yeah.
All right. Off you go. You guys pass various other of the rune stones and whatnot, which is basically going this way to the thing. And eventually you get to the deep down, and there's it's not very impressive on the surface. It's like they squared off a cave, and then they didn't put a lot of stuff into it, but it's got dwarves and stuff guarding it. And they're like, what is your purpose here?
We went to see the king.
Why would you want to see the king?
Because I am from the neighboring kingdom of Kingleyville, and I wish to open up negotiations with your king. We want to make a strong, like rock alliance between the dwarves and Kinleyville.
Do you have any proof?
Proof?
Proof.
Proof of
that you're from a different kingdom.
I lead it. I'm the leader.
Do you lead by might or birth?
I lead through a good mixture of a strong resilience and steadfast nature. My people love and adore me.
They look at each other.
But I do have an iron fist if it is needed.
Give me a fast talk roll. That's a nice line of shit.
I can also probably supply you guys with all the spices you could possibly need.
That too.
For whatever you decide to cook.
Spices?
Critical fast talk.
He definitely talks like some sort of roar. It's spices. Okay. Yep. Right. Bring out 3 knee pads. They bring out 3 sets of metal knee pads, the padding and stuff, and they give 1 set to each of you.
I look at it like, did we put them on?
I would recommend it, says the dwarf.
Oh, okay. I'll put them on.
No problem.
Put these on.
They then offer you guys padded leather helmets.
I put the padded leather helmets on, but I do not think a king would respect another king that would bow before that king. So.
Oh no! This is just to protect you and get you through our corridors.
I see. Oh my god!
Right, you guys have them on. You're all like, they're all dwarf sized. I mean, there's certain places where you're able to stand up and walk and stuff, but there's other things where it's like the knee pads and helmets definitely help. So,
hey, can we get a picture with you guys?
Give me a willpower ×1 to make the fucking camera work again. That'd be very impressive.
Make sure you get my good angle.
I hold on a second, base. No.
Recognize the phone he's trying to use there. No problem. Eventually, you guys are brought into a huge, very impressive, lots of dwarven warriors, big throne room stuff. The dwarven king, all the dwarves look pretty goddamn similar to you. Are there female dwarves? You don't know. They look like men. You're guessing the courtship is a lot of very delicate questioning at the start. Very delicate. And but yes, there's all dwarves have beards apparently. Big sturdy dwarves, big beards, all the short. But anyway, they all line up, and you are presented to King Crag.
How do you spell that?
Prage. Crag.
Prague?
Crag, like cliff face, Crag. And he's like, he gives a very flowery speech about how happy he is to meet the great Alex Kinley of the, he looks at Nate, humans, who is coming from the town of, the aide makes a find out shit roll. The aide goes, "What town are you from?" Kinleyville. Yes, says King Crag. But he is very curious to try some spices. And they look at you guys full of anticipation.
Get your spices out, Tom.
Yep. I have many.
No problem. He unzips his backpack and folds it out, and it's like a little spice rack and shit. The dwarves are like, so you have more than salt.
We have many spices for all you can. We could. This is something that we can continue in our friendship forever. We can have a trade agreement for many years.
We would like to try these spices.
Absolutely.
Take him to the kitchens and let him assist the cooks and whatnot. We will try the spices.
I'm glad that was him, not
Well,
Alex.
yeah, you could. You don't need me. You can take the spices and
We do not know how to use these spices.
Just take a pinch. I show him. Just take a pinch with your fingers, and just.
We would feel better having the expert there. Plus, we do not know which spices go with which dishes. There are many things to cooking.
Fair enough.
They have a couple of dwarves come and take you and your pack of happy spices away. Unfortunately, this means that you are going to need to make a cooking roll because it's a lot of strange, unfamiliar meats and vegetables and things like that. If you were to make it, then the spices may be a huge thing. As normally people know how to cook with spices, but not here. They have no idea what cumin is or what it's for.
Okay.
And I don't know if you do either. So you are now running into barriers to your own knowledge.
No.
The dwarves are less than impressed with your spices and stuff. They say.
I haven't learned to cook with these yet, but I
use
this as a trade.
We are unimpressed with your spices.
I'm sorry, but I'm sure we could learn together how to make this all work.
They ignore you and look to Alex. What else do you have to trade other than your foul-tasting things that you put on food?
Yeah, we lay out some of the same kind of stuff we took when we went to the.
Your general trade goods stuff?
Yeah.
They look unimpressed with that.
Oh,
These guys are rocking the smithing thing hard.
Yeah.
You're looking at their stuff going, when my Zog killing sword is eventually done or blown up, this might be a nice thing.
Can I try my fast talking to try to have them convince them that we could make things work?
The way to do fast talk is first run a line of shit, and then if the GM thinks it's any good or worthy of a roll, then you get to roll. But first, the line of shit.
Listen, gentlemen, we have bargain man stores all over this land, getting ready to be built. Many more spices to come. Please, just don't take these spices for what may not taste good with the food, but we have many more to come that could absolutely make delicious dishes for everybody.
When you can demonstrate this to us, we shall reconsider it. But for now, the best you can do is if you wish to go try to sell your things at the Minotaur market, of course, you can do that.
I don't know if the king would be happy about this. If he could learn that he could eat many more.
This is the king sitting there.
I thought they took me away to a kitchen.
Oh shit! Yeah. Yes, they tell you that the king they don't even want to feed him this stuff. It's not good. So
and then I guess there's no need for me to be in the kitchen.
Yeah, they take you back to your guys with your spices. They have no interest in them right now. They shake their heads at the king, who rolls his eyes, and he goes, "Well, when you find something to trade with us, then let us know. I had high hopes of it because our food is bland and not all that good many times. Not saying it's horrible," he says, looking at another dwarf who bristles in anger. But something to make it taste better.
This is merely the introduction to our different realms. Of course, we will. Now we know that you are here and that you are willing to trade. We will redouble our efforts next time. But
he should learn to cook with the things he brings, says one of the dwarves who brought him from the kitchen.
I think the most important now though is drink.
You should not drink, dwarven drink. It is too strong for humans, says the king. We do not wish to. Another one of those. Well, bring the drink, the dwarven ale, and the usual. They bring the dwarven ale and a human-sized stretcher. After your leader is passed out from his sipping upon our things, then we shall take him back to the entrance, and you may come back later when he is.
I laugh in the face of alcohol.
Well, they give you a. Perhaps you would like the large mug then.
Give me the extra large.
That we cannot do that. It may kill you, and if you do indeed come from this humanish kingdom, we do not wish to start a war with them.
We will show
just
you.
The normal size mug is enough.
We will show you what the true grit of the Kindyvilles are made of.
Even dwarves do not drink the extra large mug. It is
the extra large mug.
The king shrugs and goes, "Oh, it's your funeral. But before you do so, we must have your pledge that your people will not retaliate for your death."
I pledge upon King's will, and my witnesses are these two.
Very well. They bring a large mug, it's about the size of a German Stein, full of something that nature says do not touch. It looks kind of like if you were to mix syrup with carbonation and it just kept frothing over the top. And the king is like, "For the last time, despite having your right, give me an alcohol drug tolerance at -60. This is not survivable. If you crit it, then you ask for another and drink it as well, just to wash it."
This is where I do -60 in the
No, multiply.
The second window.
That's it, right.
Yeah.
-60.
Wow.
He must be the fucking king, says one of the aides to the other.
Now this is drink.
They're just fucking stunned. They're waiting for you to drop. The guys with the stretcher are standing by. The king is like,
I clap wildly.
"More!"
Kenley.
This is good. This is good too.
Says the king. "Very well. When they leave, we will send a cask with them." And right, he says, "Give me a leadership role, Kenley, to let your kingliness shine forth as you pose with a empty mug. This is for something special." At half?
Yeah.
God damn it. He says, "Bring forth the stone crafters. Let his face be cast in stone. I have never seen a human that was able to drink that much of our ale and live. Let him be immortalized instead." And he comes forward and extends his large, rough hand, and he goes, "I would shake the hand of a human that could do that."
I shake your hand back, King. Now let me get into a heroic stance for your team of chiselers.
Give me an acting role to pull off the best heroic stance.
Acting.
One of the air dwarves near you two goes, "Can you guys do that too?"
No,
No.
only our leader can take care of that.
Only the king.
Apparently, Alex Kinley is a consummate actor as well. The Dwarvish King tries his. He's wildly upstaged a bit.
Alex, King Kinley, would you like your picture taken with the King Dwarf?
Yes. Let's commemorate this special occasion.
All right, you have to hold the mug up too.
Oh, of course.
Give me a willpower ×1 to make the phone that you stole from him work again.
Well, it's a camera, but yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's the whole phone. It's normally doesn't work here.
Yeah.
He's
This
like,
thing does not work.
"Let me hit it with a hammer," says the king.
Well, hold on, you have to ask
No,
Freddie.
no.
This camera.
It solves most things.
Freddie, here,
Let-
take
let-
that damn thing back. It's a piece of
Let
shit.
me
It's a
try.
magic hammer, says the king. We can immortalize it. He waves his large
Hold
warhammer.
on, let me try. And
I hand it to Freddie. It's a piece of shit.
don't say bad things about my phone. See, it works fine.
He takes a picture. It shows like Alex is like, and the king is enraged, waving his hammer, wanting to hit it. They all look at the picture and they agree it's possibly the best picture ever. No problem. And then it turns off again on its own. It's like this. It's hard to keep any tech shit going here. It's amazing. So yes, they are well impressed, and they ask for you to bring devices such as this that we can use to do the pictures.
Yes.
This I can do.
We can.
This I can do.
We know what to bring next time.
And you're indoors now. You feel kind of snug as a rug here. You notice that also in the King's Hall, they don't really have smiths working, but they have people who use hammers to rhythmically strike anvils. Possibly the dwarves are just so used to that sound that they feel bad when it's not going on, and so they have people that just do that all the time.
Excellent.
In fact,
Right.
why don't you take this as a gift? I hand him the phone.
He attempts to make it work. It falls apart in his hand, and then he slowly looks up at you like you just did that.
It's not easy to use, but I will bring more. And
Are you saying I am incompetent?
No, certainly not. Sorry, I must have given you a faulty piece. I'll bring you another one.
All right. All those pictures that you took, the cool pictures of stuff, gone. Right. You guys feast on fairly bland, needing spices food. God, you wish you knew how to cook with spices.
You know what? Can I try and cook it?
Do you wish to go into the kitchen with the dwarves to cook it?
Yes.
Later, we're getting chased out by the king. Don't burn my kitchen down.
Quite possibly. All right, this is the big.
Oh no!
He sets the kitchen ablaze. Dwarves run, screaming, their beards on fire. You guys are then escorted out of the thing.
Wait. Okay. No. I'll leave all it.
Awesome.
No.
Story.
No. We just got an alliance. I'm not fighting this out.
Why not? It is amazing. You've never gotten to set fire to this many dwarves before.
No, it's just a
burn them all, says the leprechaun.
Every kitchen he goes into it burns.
I don't know why he keeps going into kitchens, because it's clear that it's like instead of kitchen, you can take that sign down, put hero point suck, and put that up above the door. It's like, would you like to go into hero point suck? Yes, I would, he says, and goes in and spends a hero point. I feel better.
I'll make my special Irish stew for you. Some of those lovely herbs. Yeah.
Right.
Get that down, yeah.
They're like, well, this is what spices are like? Why did you not serve us this before? Say the dwarves.
It was a technical difficulty. It's a very unique art getting the right level of spices.
We are worried that the king of your land is the only one who can do things.
No. That's why he is the leader.
Oh.
We all specialize in certain things.
You specialize in everything, and they specialize in nothing, and that is the certain things?
We are his apprentices, and we learn as we go.
Yes,
right.
I've been here a longer time. I've learned certain things that
they are interested in spices and stuff. Now you can begin to talk about some of them. You can tell it's going to be a slow procedure to get spices, because now they want just the ones used in the special Irish stew. But yeah, essentially what you really need is Gordon Ramsay. Take him there, hook him up with a bunch of spices, and let him scream at dwarven chefs for a while.
That'd be hilarious.
It really would. It really would. This kaplak is so rare that it strangled you. And the dwarf's like, anyway, no problem. You guys, eventually, do you want to go to visit the Minotaur Market or bugger back off? I mean, the Minotaur Market, basically, there's a separate entrance from the dwarf place, because dwarves don't want a bunch of multiracial fucks wandering through their places.
Yeah, let's go and check out the market.
Cool. By the way, everybody give me a tactics roll. This is like military or police type tactics. As you clank on your knees with your fucking padded helmets out of there.
No.
It's probably a learn thing.
What
you.
If you just click on it, it will roll it at learn already.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only have the tactics and hunting.
Yeah. Just click on like one of the blank skills or whatever, or type tactics and do a blank one, and then it'll tap it and it'll go. I think that's how it works. I've never used the character sheet much. Smash it.
Would that be just in the write-in?
Uh-huh.
Sorry about this.
Yeah, no.
Hey, you're faster than last time. You're just going to keep speeding up, and eventually you'll be teaching new people to do this.
Right, I definitely.
Holy
Wow.
mother of God. Right. After you guys get out of there, as you're heading into the Minotaur market, which is all made for standing up, and they took back the knee pads and helmets and stuff, he's thinking, Tom is thinking that the reason for the low areas and stuff is pretty much different choke points throughout their place. So that way people will be fighting at a huge disadvantage compared to the dwarves because they're nice and wide. So you want to swing your battle axe around, no problem. But fighting on your knees definitely is putting your ass at negative if you had to fight in there.
What
So
kind of
that's what
tactics
they
would this
probably
be
do.
considered?
I just call it tactics. It's like a military tactics.
Okay.
So you guys head into the Minotaur market. It's also underground, and you get to actually, first off, Freddie, give me a luck roll. If you make it, there's no stuff around that's going to scare the fuck out of you and cause you to lose sanity, because there's a lot of strange creatures that come here. So you want to make your luck roll. If you fumble it, then Cthulhu will be shopping. No? Okay, great. Yeah, there's nothing really scary. There's like a bunch of dark-skinned elves. There's minotaurs, actual minotaurs. They seem to be doing, but they're not sandy losing ones. They're just, minotaurs. They seem to be doing security here. And what security they have? Big fucking dudes with axes and shit like that. There's various creatures like gnomes, dwarves, all kinds of fantasy races and stuff here, and they all seem to be trading, and they have stalls and stuff. People rent out stalls, and pretty much all kinds of different shit is available here. If you want it, you might be able to find it here.
Nice.
Yeah, lots of interesting. I mean, the PCs don't care so much about art, but if you're like, I want cool decorations and a variety of themes for my lair, this is a great place to come. Stuff like that. In addition to, they sell anything from magic items, potions, strange, forbidden, weird shit that probably is just meant to kill you eventually. All kinds of shit. That's what's here. There are tunnels that go off into the darkness. It's to be determined areas later. Like if you ever, basically, it's like Underdark type of place where all these different creatures and stuff come from. But they're not open for business yet. That would require a lot of prepping.
Yeah.
Is the Minotaur market part of the Dwarven Kingdom?
Yes and no. It is part of Dwarven Kingdom technically, but the dwarves just tax everything that gets sold and rent the booths and stuff, and everybody else comes here and does stuff. The dwarves also sell their shit here as well, but
Okay. Hey Alex, maybe we should see if the Minotaurs have a leader as well.
Yes, that's a good point.
that is an excellent point, actually. Take card, Freddie. These particular minotaurs seem to be you go talk to them. They only speak really, really rough English, but if you'd like to try to make a minotaur language roll, then you can have open and frank communication for at least a short time.
No.
They tell you, me bodyguard, no king here.
Yeah.
Nobody else wants to try their minotaur?
What is it? What's that language?
Yep.
Stand by.
Their learn roll.
I will try anything because I am Bargain Man.
Bargain Man needs to know many languages because Bargain Man, the Bargain Man can. Bargain man can't. So,
No,
Groovy.
Well, certainly an interesting place.
Oh yeah. If you ever had like a bunch of money or stuff to trade or whatever, you can. A lot of people just bring their shit here and then go, I want gold or platinum or uranium or whatever for it, and then they can just convert it into that, or they'll look around to try to make some good trades or something like that.
Yeah, I, I don't have anything.
Yeah, that's okay.
Oh,
Well, we know it's here now, which is
It's a huge deal. Yes, this has existed literally for a long time within the world, and
Oh.
you guys are the first to make it. So, oh, and by
well,
the
I
way,
do have. Oh, yeah.
I was going to say, since you guys are going and investigating stuff that has never been seen before, I am considering this a prestige mod. So, if you get any heroes for that,
I do have one thing. Perhaps Bargain Man might be able to get something for it. And I pull out a small pack of cigarettes, and it says apple flavor on the front. And I'm like, hey, do you think maybe you can try and sell this to someone? I don't think they have cigarettes in this place.
yeah, nothing better than getting strange fantasy creatures addicted to tobacco, and they never are.
Exactly. Supply and demand.
Okay. That's pretty fucking ruthless. See, this is not the way to get insanity back, but okay. Bringing like fresh water, something, that helps. Getting people.
Well, I mean, it's apple flavored. It's not like.
No, it's just Apple brand. Cigarette.
Oh,
Flavored.
it's an actual. Oh, right.
Yeah.
No,
there's actually lore behind the Apple brand cigarettes, believe it or not.
Maybe I don't want to do that.
It's up to you.
I thought they were just like candy cigarettes or something.
No. Although when I was a child, they actually had candy cigarettes, and yes, I did. I still remember what they tasted like. Have a
never mind then. I'd rather not have everyone basically be the real world today.
No, sorry, they're more appropriately called red apple cigarettes. Apple cigarettes.
Ignore what I said then.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot the red part. So, yeah. Anyway, right. So, any business to be taken care of at the Minotaur market? It's a fairly bustling thing. There's food and water for sale here, et cetera, et cetera. No, they don't have a lot of spices. Once again, spices is a weak thing because if you live underground, I mean, they do have some like underground spices and stuff, like some sort of mushrooms that when you dry them out and powder them and stuff, you can add them food, etc. So they've got their own varieties. So if Tom ever developed like spice lore, cooking, shit, like the skills he would need to actually sell spices to people who don't know what the fuck they are, then yes, you can get even more spices from here, and you could break the lock that you've managed to give yourself in the futuristic place, because everybody, you've dumped so many spices into that place that everybody's got.
I'm only worried about one thing, and that's Gotham is slowly going further and further back in time, and the spices might not be there anymore.
Take a card. That's a really good point.
So we need a new source of spices if we're gonna continue to do this. Alex, do you know of any other zones that sell good quality spices?
There's alcohol.
Yeah, but spices are light. Spices are light as fuck. You can carry like an ass load of spices in a backpack, and they're so fucking rare because alcohol is good, and high-end alcohols and stuff like that, like what you can normally buy in stores today, are great, but they weigh a lot more than a bunch of dried plant. That's one of the reasons that, because you can carry like a big fuck off backpack of spices, but alcohol, you could load up Alex like a fucking mule, I suppose, but I don't know if he would just drink it is the problem.
Alex, tell me what Night City is like. I've never been there, but I've heard of it.
Night City is it's kind of very cyberpunky.
Good. Does it sound like it?
You say it's good,
No.
but yeah, it wasn't one of my favorite places. A lot of things messed with you. Yeah, it's probably careful there. Like there's a lot of nasty crap going on.
Okay, fine. How about cyberpunk?
What, sorry?
Cyberpunk. Is that also a bad area?
I think that's the same as Nice City.
Oh, okay, it's the same thing.
I think
Fair
I think some people just call it cyberpunk, but
Okay.
Night City initially was when we went to through Burlington. You get there through the bank vault. We got there through the bank vault.
Okay.
And that's where we went in, and the first thing we saw were these two gangs fighting. Ones were servitors of green AI, and the others were servitors of indigo AI.
What about Gothic? They must have spices there.
Have what there?
Spices.
Yeah, I would think so. Or Beastkin Land, maybe.
Yeah, well,
I think either of those would probably be the two zones.
probably. I mean, it depends. I mean, obviously the later in time the zone is, the better the spices, I'm assuming. So I don't know which one would be better.
Or we start trying to cultivate our own spices.
Yeah. But I don't really know how to grow spices.
I'm sure we can work something else.
Well, okay. What's the plan then? Do we wanna? What was that?
Okay, we know about this. One thing I would like to check out before we go is I want to check out this dragon's arsehole. Means going to the Underdark.
Actually, it'd be back through the Dwarven realms. It's kind of a touristy thing.
What was it?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have the Underdark prepared. That's going to be quite a bunch of work.
Let's go and check out the dragon's arsehole.
No problem. Yeah, that's cool because the dwarves, they're standing by with the cask of alcohol to send back with you to your ship. It's a fairly small cask, but god damn, it kills most people, normal people. Alex Kinley's whole life of alcoholism was building to that point. But they take you to a dragon's asshole. It looks like it's a bit bigger than it's about like this. It's definitely going to be a contortions roll if you wanted to go in there. Just looking in there, it looks as though it's a dark tunnel that kind of twists and meanders around, so you can't see all that far in it. But yeah, tight fit for sure.
Is there anyone else around here?
Oh yeah, there's many dwarves and stuff. They're telling you the history of it. It's been around forever. Nobody knows where it came from. They're confused by it. They uncovered when they were digging their tunnels and stuff. It seems to be immune to any of their stuff. They don't know what's up with it. But they once had a dwarf that was really small, and he was able to get in there because dwarves are pretty wide, so they're really not good at contortions at all, which is weird considering they spend so much goddamn time underground in mines.
Yeah.
And he crawled in there and was never seen again.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, now I really want to go in. Right, everyone get lubed up. We're going through the dragon's arsehole.
They don't even have any lube here. They're just looking shocked that you want to go in there. But it's such a tight fit. You'll get stuck and then die in there. I mean, I'll tell you what. We're going to tie some rope around your one of your legs so we can try to pull you out. Although once we tried that and we just end up pulling the guy's leg off. Okay. Right. Who's going first?
I will go first. I'm not sure.
He immediately squirms in. Right. Give me a contortions roll. Good luck.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
The dwarf's like, he's there he goes. Right. And eventually the rope goes slack. You two are now standing there. The dwarves pull back the rope and they look at the neatly severed end. And they look at you guys and they go,
yeah, I know what it is.
I tap my bracelet. Alex,
he doesn't actually have a bracelet.
damn it, Alex, why don't you have it?
Because I'm old school, bitches.
So the dwarves are now murmuring to each other. Give me listen rolls.
The bargain man can. Come on.
Oh, God damn it.
Tommy can hear everything.
Right. I think both of you guys do it. Right. They're currently discussing that the king of your land has probably just died, and it might be safest if they're just to stuff you guys in there, and so that you die too, so they don't have any awkward questions to explain. That's the conversation that they're having, and they're giving you guys a lot of dark looks. And one of them is like, "Go get the plunger." Yes, sir. And yeah, shit.
Oh, the rope is slack. So if I pull on it...
No, the rope is severed at the end. They pulled it out as soon as it went slack.
Oh.
And it looks like it's just a neat sever, like laser.
Can I tell what? Oh, a laser? Not a laser.
Well, sure. Although lasers probably wouldn't work there. Other than that.
I'm not.
Says the guy.
Tom, do you have any non-technological light sources?
You notice more dwarves with weapons are kind of surreptitiously coming in here and they're not making eye contact with you. Their mood has gone from jovial to, well, I guess we got to kill him.
I'm going up the butt.
Right, he springs into the butt. Are you going to order food, sir?
I'm going to go get hot water first.
Yeah, I mean after that. Okay, so Freddy goes in and gets stuck with his horrible, horrible contortions.
Tom, push me through. Push me through.
I shove him with my foot down.
You're going to have to crawl in there after him and then push on the bottom of his foot and hope to get him through there.
What am I rolling for? Contortions?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Don't you? We haven't tried it out yet.
Okay.
We haven't tried it yet.
Yeah.
We talked about that yesterday. Yeah.
It's I searched for some Just Eat because it'd be easier to order.
Bumble.
No problem. You are also stuck in there. Right. The dwarves come and they're going to try to combine their strengths to basically make you guys go through with the big plunger thing. Because nobody bothered to tie a rope to their foot before trying this horrible shit. So, and they kind of want to get rid of you anyway because they think they accidentally let your king die. So this is going to probably hurt you quite a bit. It's going to hurt Tom having the thing basically shoved into him, and it's going to hurt Freddy having Tom shoved into him. Essentially, they're going to get a whole bunch of dwarves and ram you guys through. Like, just imagine a battering ram against the door, and you're the door. So, right, they're going to go for it, and then if they can succeed in it, then they'll give you a new contortions roll to try to scramble forward before taking more damage.
So, great.
The dwarves
Oh,
get
wow.
a crit. So each of you guys takes, let's see, 1 for Freddy and 5 for poor Tom Tom points of damage. And both of you guys try a new contortions roll to get the fuck out of there before they continue ramming you. Yeah.
This is not gonna go well.
Nah, I don't think so either.
You've never been rammed through a really small winding tube before with a big flexible plunger thing. Freddy's stuck, so it really doesn't matter what Tom Tom rolls at this point because you can't go further than the front guy who apparently doesn't know how to do this. Fortunately for you, they have had to clean this thing out before because there was some other guy that they talked about earlier who died in here. So there you go. All right, 1, 2, 3. Right up the old chocolate whiz way again. So this time Freddy takes 3 and God damn, you take 6 there, John. Are you still alive?
I'm out.
I'm
at 0. Wait,
Okay.
hold on. I'm sorry. I got 2 left.
2 left is good. Now, it all comes down to Freddy. Can Freddy make his contortions? Because if he can, Tom Tom can try his. And if you can make yours, Freddy, you'll be through whatever ramming stuff is going on.
Okay.
So it all comes down to you. This is the vital roll.
Hold on. I'll reroll it.
You got a reroll card, huh?
No, 0 point.
We roll.
Just so you know, chances of making that even with a hero point are super duper slim.
I know.
It's nearly impossible.
Made it.
But apparently it fucking paid off. Okay, so Tom Tom, you actually can now try a contortions roll. If you make it, you're not going to take any more damage. If you don't, you may get killed from the dwarves ramming you with a big flexible protuberance.
Can I use a hero?
Yes, you can, but your chances of rolling a 14% are rather shit. Don't forget to check your contortions there, Freddy.
Yeah, I did.
Vital skill, as you may have noticed at how high Alex's is. All right, they're going to try the one last ram. Basically, here's the deal. Oh, wait, you're fine. It's half and half damage. Shit, this is not sharp damage. So, 1, 2, 3. That's close enough.
Oh, half and half? Okay.
Yeah. Well, for you, I think you only took the 1 point of damage or something, didn't you?
I took 3 as well.
Okay. So 2, you're up to 2 real, 2 stun or something like that. Right. You're definitely unconscious there, Tom Tom. Right. And you guys are now somewhere else. You find out where Alex was. Let's see. Open. And okay, you guys are okay. Freddy, you're the only one conscious currently. Alex is busy posing dramatically and not paying attention to you at all. You're in some sort of underground tunnel. There's a big dragon's head that you fell out of, and then the teeth snapped closed, and then later the mouth opened again, and Tom Tom spilled out, and then the teeth snapped closed. And it looks like it's just a horrible dragon type head, but it's carved out of rock and stuff, and the teeth are closed and serrated and such after it spit out Tom Tom. So you got to see what it looked like. You got to see it move and then close again. And nearby there's some sort of fountain, and there's a couple of old broken TVs and such laying around.
How big is the fountain?
Big enough that the 3 PCs could sit around in a very comfortable jacuzzi type setting.
I grab Tum Tum, drag him as far away, like from the fountain, like near the entrance, obviously. Not
right.
further
There's
into.
there's 3 different exits. One goes into a circular room that has some interesting runes and stuff in it. Another way goes to some other corridors, and then the other one, it looks as though you'd have to climb up to go anywhere.
I'll just go like just to the entrance of the corridors, so I'm not like in direct view of the fountain. And I'm gonna try and first aid Tom Tom.
Excellent. Go ahead and give me a first aid roll, please. Alex Kinley, you noticed that both of them finally emerged. One's unconscious, the other one's conscious, and the conscious one drug off the unconscious one. You have difficulty telling them apart sometimes.
I'm gonna play. I pull a Dr. Fulton.
Ooh,
So
excellent.
plus 3 HP for.
So D3
and-
plus 3.
Yeah, D3 plus 3.
Go for it.
6
He heals
HP.
the fuck out of you. First, heal up all of your real damage, and then any stun damage and stuff if your real's all taken care of. And you're conscious with that kind of result. You're laying there, and it looks like he's patching you up. Do you have a first aid kit to use?
I have a stethoscope, but no.
It looks like you're missing a shirt now, Tom, as he's made it into bandages for you. Well, it's either that or his shirt, and we all know about that. So,
What the hell happened?
A giant plunger went up your butt, and you fell unconscious.
Did they use Vaseline?
I don't know. I was busy trying not to die. We're in some weird dragon room thing. Also, there's a fountain over there. Don't go near it, you'll die.
Damn it. All the way back in fucking Brown's lair.
But there's TV, so that's good.
No, it's all smashed up. 2 of them.
Not good TV.
Don't worry, I can fix it.
So we are in
It says
basically there's another portal from Lowland to Red Carpet Land. Hold on. You said we were the first people to go to the dwarfs.
Uh-huh.
But they opened this. They opened the dragon mouth.
Mm-hmm.
But did they go through it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know what happened with them. So
Exactly. This would be a good thing to talk to people about.
so. I'm just like, I'm gonna help Tom up and go back to Alex. So Alex, why did you just crawl up a dragon's ass?
I was curious.
So do you just crawl up anyone's ass whenever you're curious? Or
Dragons mostly.
okay. So where are we?
We are in MMO. We're in Red Carpet Land.
You mean Gotham?
No, yes.
Oh.
Is
Oh, I like
time-
this place already.
Is it times 3 or times 1 for willpower in this place, Logan?
Let me take a look. I'm assuming you're going to try some minor spell here. Let me look real quick. Got them. Magic.
I seem to have lost my. Can I have your?
You've already lost it. I gave it to you yesterday. You horrible man. Let's see. Magic here is willpower times 3.
Right, I'm gonna try and heal these.
It looks like they could probably use a little bit of healing love. Or
That's the idea. Oh, look at that! I like the times buttons.
I have a play immediately. Everyone who has no firearm or damage bonus from strength may draw a card.